So now let's talk about higher order derivatives. So we're just going to look at an example here. Let's say for the vector valued function, r of t is going to be cosine ti plus sine tj plus 2k plus 2t. 2t. Okay, find the following. So first I want you to find the derivative, right? What would the derivative be? You take the derivative in each entry, cosine minus sine I. The derivative of sine is cosine, and the derivative of 2t is just 2k. So now that we understand how to find first derivatives, we can ask to find higher order ones. So the second derivative, well, all you've got to do is take a derivative again of your previous answer. So the derivative of minus sine is minus cosine I. Cosine, that's a minus sine j. And then the derivative of 2 is just 0k, or if you want, you can even just leave that out if you want. And there's your derivative. So now what I want you to compute is the derivative dotted with the second derivative. So I'm going to take the dot product of this vector here and this vector here. So if you take the dot product, remember you multiply your I entries together, you'll get sine t cosine t. Multiply your j entries together, minus sine t cosine t, and you get nothing from the k because the second vector has a 0k there. And that's just going to be equal to 0. And remember, it's the dot product is just a scalar, so the dot product will be 0. And then one more thing we're going to compute here is I want us to compute a dot product, the dot product of the derivative cross the second derivative. So remember how we compute a cross product. I write I, j, k here. And then I write the derivative first, so it'll be minus sine, cosine, and 2, minus cosine, minus sine, and 0. And now we're going to compute this cross product. So cosine t 2 minus sine t and 0, I, minus a negative sine t 2 minus cosine t 0 j. And then the very last entry will be plus minus sine t cosine t minus cosine t minus sine t k. So if you compute these 2 by 2s now, you'll be left with 2 sine t I minus 2 cosine tj. You'll end up with sine squared plus cosine squared, but that's just equal to 1, so just k. And there's my answer.